Morning, friends. It's great to be here on a Saturday morning with lots of energy and vibrance in the room. I'm a second generation entrepreneur, but in a first generation business. I moved back from the US. I got educated in the US, and when I moved back, like most of the foreign educated youngsters, I came back thinking I'm Mr. Know-it-all, wanting to shake a few things, telling everybody how they did things differently and not the correct way. That's when my father handed me the keys to a defunct family concern. He also gave me a stock of brand new computer diskettes. I think in those days the stock was at about 1.5 or 2 lakhs of rupees. And he says, go make a business out of it. Now I did that for 5 years of my life. I grew the distribution business, basically importing and trading and reselling. Throughout North India, we covered almost all the big tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 cities. And after 5 years, I hung up my boots. The business was making money, but sadly, I was just not inspired. I couldn't see myself doing this day in and day out. Friends, that was, I think, the first moment which I realized that in order to be a half-successful entrepreneur, you first need to be an awakened one. To me, it wasn't all about top line, bottom line. That was clearly there. To me, it was more about discovering what you were born to create. It was more about constantly pushing myself to the limit so that I could understand my own limit. It was about spending sleepless nights, not because there was tension or anything, just because the next morning had so many more possibilities to offer that you can't sleep at night. You wait for the alarm clock to ring in the morning. The kind of drive that you need to become an entrepreneur is only sustainable if you have a passion about it. And that's what I learned at that point of time after spending 5 long years in that business. Friends, to me, an awakened entrepreneur starts with someone who has a very, very deep understanding of his own self, his strengths, his weaknesses, his passion, what it motivates the person to wake up the next morning and go charging like a bull. The second step of that ladder, which is a very, very important one, once you've understood your own limitations, would be to surround yourself with successful, positive, progressive people, because you invariably feed off their energy. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. You feed off their energy, you learn from their experiences, and for me, that life-changing experience happened when I joined the Entrepreneurs Organization. It's a global organization of about 9,000 young business leaders and business owners with about operations in 40 countries, 120 odd chapters. These owners come together to learn and grow from each other's experiences. So you don't need to continuously reinvent the wheel when it's there with your next door neighbor or with another entrepreneur who's already done that business or that solved that problem. It's basically a shortcut to growth. So joining EO continues to be a life-changing experience for me. And I guess I'll very quickly touch on one of the topics, which is creating new opportunities and how we do that, how we like to do that within our company. I think it has to do more with the basic foundations of your business. Everybody knows that any business which doesn't create new opportunities is doomed in today's world. A few of the tools that we've used within our company is that we spend a lot of time creating processes, but that's only one part of the game. What I think we understand very well is it's not the processes that drive growth. It is the culture of the company. So don't forget to focus on the culture, which has to be growth-driven. The processes need to be there, but a culture would outlast processes, definitely. Every employee and every staff member must understand your vision and your mission. That way, everybody stays on the same path. And what this does is it helps facilitate a free flow of idea exchanges. And growth only comes from free flow of idea exchanges. And that can't happen if everybody is not on the same page and talking the same language. The other thing is what we do is we don't try and get stuck on analysis paralysis. We'd like to boldly go into new uncharted territories, and don't be scared of making mistakes. We've made so many mistakes through the way. The only thing that helps us get back, because the passion and the drive in every one of our employees is so high that it really doesn't matter in the longer scheme of things. Make mistakes, get up, learn from them, and keep moving forward with that single mission. The other thing that we try and do is we identify a person or a group which can be your personal mentor. Every coach, every sportsman, every leader needs a coach or a mentor. So if you have one around you, do tap into that resource. It's an immense help to help you get out of situations where you don't have answers yourself.